Oh, no. Right. As in all times of retreats, we have this opportunity to pray, an opportunity to fall in love, an opportunity, in a sense, to romance God and allow Him to romance us. In fact, the whole point of evangelization is, in fact, it's only founded on intimacy with Jesus. And it's one of the great, maybe sadnesses of the church in the past century or so. You know, when we look at what we call the good old days, before the council. When I say the council, I mean before the Council of Trent. But anyway, it could be before the Second Vatican Council. We look at the church in the 1950s and things like that. We have, you know, lots of priests and lots of seminarians, parishes that have 3 or 4 or 5 priests. Everyone's going to church, and they were. It was very interesting. I looked at statistics recently, and we have, in the 1950s, 75% of Catholics were going to church. So 1950s, 75%. 1960s, 65%. 1970s, 55%. 1980s, 45%. It was going down 10% every year. 80s, 45, 90s, and then it just goes down. So like now in the year 2000, it's like 35 in the 80s, 25 in the 90s, and in the Archdiocese of Boston, it's 15%. So right, you know, we just have the exact proportional scale. The next decade, of course, would be 5%. We don't want to go any lower than that. That's not a very good thing for the church to do. And why is that happening? Because we don't have the truth? Because God's not with the church? Because there's no such thing as the Holy Spirit? Because Mary isn't the mother of God? No, it's not because of any of those things. It's well, I mean, we could be here for the next hour analyzing this. Gosh, that's stupid to go into, but like, I cornered myself, I can't pick one thing. Take your pick. Secularism, electronic media nonsense, I want to do my own thing, sin. But there is, I think, a solution to all the things. Lack of fathers, broken families, my goodness. I mean, I saw the statistics the other day. 90% of rapists have no father in the home.